a movie that Alonso loved, and insisted we talk about. And I'm happy that he did. It's called La Mentalità. Penelope Cruz at her most sensual and alluring and thrilling little Italian film that you're probably not going to see reviewed anyplace else. I looked. There are no La Mentalità reviews out there. So we got all your Penelope Cruz Italian films here.
On What's YouTube anyway.
Io vengo da un'altra galassia e tu non hai poteri per aggiustarmi.
È pericoloso, sai? Soprattutto per te e per quell'amica tua.
This is a film that premiered at Venice last year. It screened at Sundance this year. It's from trans-Italian director Emanuele Crialese, and Penelope Cruz stars as Clara. She is a mother of three. It's early 70s Italy, so everything looks great. And her oldest child goes by Andrea, or Andrew in the English subtitles, but everyone else calls him by his birth name Adriana because this is a trans boy. But it's early 70s Italy, so nobody really has the sort of vocabulary to talk about that or explain exactly what's going on, or at least this family doesn't. And so Andrea kind of chafes against the expectations that everybody else has of him to be, you know, girly and feminine, and he is not. There is anxiety in the family. The marriage seems to be falling apart, but there are sort of moments where the kids are able to kind of like get away, and things are awesome. Particularly there's when they go across the street and they work their way through this thicket of reeds, there's this little encampment of laborers who have set up shacks, and Andrea falls in love with a girl there, and in that space Andrea is Andrea. Like, there's never any question that this is a boy, and you can tell that he really flourishes there. There are these wonderful kind of musical flights of fancy along the way, one of them very diegetic, where the mom and the kids set the table to a pop song and turn it into a whole kind of choreographed routine. And then there are these fantasy sequences that are rooted in Italian variety television that I loved. This is a great movie. I loved the performance from Luana Giuliani as Andrea, and Penelope Cruz and Luana Giuliani have a really great chemistry, and it's just a really great mother-child relationship. And again, it's so sort of steeped in the wonderful specifics of that period, just the way that, like I said, the way that people dress, the way the furniture is, the music that they listen to, it really kind of captures that world of the early 70s in a way that felt very lived in and not kind of jokey. But I love the family dynamics. I love the character stuff. This movie made me very happy.
I was thinking while I was watching it that probably a lot of why it resonated for you is because it is this giant family. And while they are Italian and not Spanish like yours, I'm imagining that it was very evocative for you of giant family gatherings in the 70s with like a million cousins, and like back when our parents didn't know where we were all day, and you could actually go and have adventures. Like, are they in the sewers? At one point, like they're beneath the house in this like corridor situation.
There's a whole sequence. This movie takes place over there's enough time in here for a summer vacation and a Christmas. So yeah, there's a big Christmas with a ton of family and all these people and stuff. But yeah, at one point, all these families travel to this summer house, and, you know, I guess near the sea, and you know, the women are all like playing cards under the umbrellas, and the kids all go down underneath into the sewers and then kind of get stuck there and get lost. And so the moms have to figure out like A, where they are, and B, how to get them out. It's a really great sequence.
Yeah. Penelope Cruz is really great in this. And one thing I appreciate is that you see this kind of character quite a bit. Like Annette Bening plays this kind of character in Running with Scissors, right? Like somebody who is really cool mom and unorthodox in the way that she parents, and is open-minded and fun, but that's often shorthand for like, this person's actually crazy, right? Or mentally unstable in some way. Like, the things that make her a cool mom are also the things that society views as detrimental. And so I think they walk a fine line here with that. And there is a development that occurs with her, but I feel like that is just the patriarchal society and the inability at this time to find the language to talk about the fact that she's sad and she's, you know, in this unhappy marriage and has been wronged. And I feel like she finds the humanity in what is maybe a type of mom, especially in a memoir type of film. I think this is partially inspired by the filmmaker's own transformative experience throughout his life. Correct?
I don't know. I need to do more research into that. But
Yeah, I read a bit on it. Yeah,
absolutely. And it's interesting because this movie is going into release at the same time as another film, Monica, which is also about a mother-child relationship with a trans daughter, in that case, played by Trace Lysette, and the mother is Patricia Clarkson. And it's a much chillier relationship, and the daughter is in fact returning home after a long time because the mother basically kicked her out. And so it's interesting to see the contrast where the mother is so much the defender of her child's otherness and differentness, and kind of running interference with the dad, with other people who have judgments or questions. And even Penelope Cruz, I think her character doesn't ultimately get it in a lot of ways, but is still fiercely loyal to her kid. And so that's just really lovely to see.
Right. Yeah. She doesn't quite know how to support Andrea in the way that he needs, but she knows enough not to condemn him or shun him the way everybody else has been. Yeah. Luana Giuliani is really great in this. I think all three of the kids are all very good in this. And then the young woman that he meets and falls for across the way looks so much like Penelope Cruz. And so I feel like there's sort of an underpinning that's like, is it a love affair? Is it like a longing for some sort of emotional connection that reads as slightly Oedipal? There's a scene where like they're lying side by side and just like sideways, she's got these same almond eyes as Penelope Cruz. And so it's like, has he fallen in love with this young woman who is so much like his own mother? She's playful. She's playful too.
Sure.
And anyway, there's all of that going on, but provides some tension to it.
And there are moments in the film like where, where Andre is fiercely protective of his mother, whether it's with like dudes on the street or the dad. There's definitely an Oedipal undercurrent going on. But I just, between the sort of the flights of fancy and the really grounded emotions, I just think this movie is super effective, and it's my favorite movie of 2023 so far.
Ah, cool. Yeah, the production design and costume design are fantastic. The wallpaper and just like the cool pop culture and like all the songs and all that. Yeah, I dug it. So what's your number?
I'm saying a 9.5. I just love this movie, and I really hope people see it. It's right now in New York and LA. It's making its way around the country. So keep an eye out for La Mensità and see where it's going to pop up near you, or, stream it eventually. What's your number?
I will say 8. Go check it out, guys. It's really great. A great find, Alonso. Thank you.
Thank you.